Welcome to Gusto Reactions. Once again, thank you so much for always liking and sharing, subscribing, telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. We love you and appreciate every one of you. Please, if you're new to this channel, please, before we go ahead to watch this video, subscribe down below. Big Lala is right here today, and of course, special guest to talk about OLAMIDE, of course, Carpe Diem, and of course, UI Scuti, the album dropping. Oh, it has dropped.
Yes, no.
Very dropping soon. It has dropped already.
Yeah.
UI Scuti, talking about a couple of songs of the album. OLAMIDE doing his thing, getting some records off. In the US, billboards in Leicester, in UK, and everything. OLAMIDE is flexing his muscles right now. Yeah.
Yes, flexing his muscles. He's flexing his muscles. I'm agreeing with you now.
Please.
Okay.
OLAMIDE is flexing his muscles right now, yeah?
Yes.
With the UI Scuti album.
Yeah.
And of course, looking at this track list, we've talked about this several times, but I will still want to ask you again, has anything changed for you?
In terms of the tracks I like?
Yeah, anything?
Not really. I think Need for Speed did well. I mean, I think it's just because it's the first track on the album. It kind of set the tone of what we're going to expect. I mean, my favorites on the album are still not changed. It's Jailer, Rock, Pom Pom, and perhaps Julie. Those have been the ones that I've had on the
play. Seem to like cup of tea though. Other people. I like cup of tea.
You're easily influenced. Maybe if I was playing a lot around you, but then it's no. Apart from the fair scenario, it seems that they are actually also putting some sort of promo on the side. You see the likes of Brother Shaggy and some other Instagram comics who are doing skits to cup of tea. So it looks like, I mean, they are being smart with their promotions, and you know how these things work. You promote well, get your song in people's faces, people will start liking it. So yeah. Not like we said before, the album is not a bad album. It's just different OLAMIDE. You just have to warm up your hearts to what the new OLAMIDE is, and then you perhaps enjoy listening to it. Someone
came into the hub, today, and I said, "Oh my guys, what do you guys think about this OLAMIDE album?"
Why did you say something? Why don't you mention the person name?
No. So he said, "What do you guys think?" and everything. Well, I think this album, not bad, but I prefer Carpe Diem to it. And I think I've seen a couple of other tweets, people saying, "Oh, I prefer Carpe Diem to UI Scuti." Someone saying, "No, OLAMIDE is a step ahead right now with UI Scuti from on UI Scuti featured Lado, J Wheels, what's her name again? Fave, and of course Fino, regular collaborator. On Carpe Diem, there was Omale, there was Bella Shmurda, Bad Boy Teams, Fireboy DML, Peruzzi.
Fino again?
Yeah, and Fino as well, and Shilalo.
Yeah.
So the comparisons started with on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. People are already asking this. So OLAMIDE, UI Scuti, this just about 8 months apart from each other. What exactly would we consider the top OLAMIDE album between these two albums? And that's why Big Lala is here.
Well, for me, to go straight to the point, I mean, I'm going to tell you my reasons. Go straight to the point. I think Carpe Diem had that element of surprise. It was the first time OLAMIDE would hit us with something new, right? And then he did it perfectly. He had the right set of features to complement what he was trying to do. And he did it perfectly. And those features, they brought a new lease of life into this album. They brought their own style, their own imagination, their own input, and it was so great. And it was even coincidental because those guys he featured were at the top of their game. They were buzzing, and it really helped the success of Carpe Diem. Looking at it, it's just 12 tracks, which is dope. It's not a long album. And then coming back to UI Scuti, to me, like I said, I still feel it's a bit rushed. It didn't need to drop another one 8 months apart. He feels he has perhaps done as much as he can on Carpe Diem, which you can understand. I mean, there's been five videos out of 12 tracks on Carpe Diem, which is fine. I think he could have still teased another single of this album to just gauge people's perception before actually dropping the album. He took a risk, dropped Rock, which seems to be the best song on the album, and since he has dropped Rock and then we've listened to the album, it's still Rock that is still rocking. Unlike Carpe Diem, he dropped Enru, he dropped Green Light.
Green Light,
Those two songs when they came out, people were still trying to warm up to it and be like, oh, this new Olamide is not bad. The videos even helped. I mean, it was great to see. But those songs, they didn't really as touch top charts as they would, right? But immediately the album dropped, Carpe Diem. See the kind of songs. There was like 3 separate songs. Infinity, Triumphant, by the one by Loading. Those 3 songs completely were mainstay on several charts. And you could see the effect of having your best song. I mean, you would have thought, oh, this is a nice single, this is one of my good songs, Abby. Those songs did not smell anywhere. Apart from the first week they dropped, they didn't smell anywhere on any other chart again. Immediately the album dropped. But see the effect that UI Scuti is having. Work that has been struggling to be number 1 on Apple Music, has been struggling to be number 1 on other platforms. Immediately the album dropped, Work was straight up number 1. Helped it. That's testament to the fact that Work is indeed the best album. I mean, the best song on the album. So should that have come as a single? If it was the best song on the album, imagine if it wasn't the best song on the album. I mean, right now everybody will be going crazy over Rock because you'll be like, oh, that's a jam, that's a jam right there. But it's been out already, and now they've used their Joker in the park, and now it's there, and they couldn't top what their biggest song is on the album, and that's the only disappointment for me from UI Scuti.
Wouldn't you say the disappointment that you have right now? Wouldn't you say that it's because of the fact that Olamide already, has done a sound that we already we've gotten used to? Don't you think this, is quite big because of the surprise element, and not just because it is actually better than this?
It's not actually big because of the surprise element. I know I've said this before about Carpe Diem. It's actually big because it was well timed. It was perfectly timed. The features at that time were at the top of the game. They were the next young big things in Nigeria, and you have 3 of them. I mean, those 3: Rookie of the Year, what's a nominee, what's it called? Next rated out. Exactly. Nominees all in one album.
And the winner of the next rated
and in there. And then you have a Peruzzi. And you yourself did not even say you did badly. You even did well, correct. Well. Have them all on one album. That's like a well-made album and dropped at the perfect time. Perfect time it drops compared to UI Scuti. The features on there's nothing buzzing about them, which understandably well he may want to give them some sort of shine.
That could be intentional.
Platform, yes, could be intentional, but it's also a risk because if they don't come correct or they don't give the listeners the element of surprise that they're looking for, they may not really feel it. By the end of the day, the girls did what they could do. I mean, they didn't particularly do badly. They did their thing, but it was a surprise too many for people on UI Scuti than Carpe Diem.
Okay, so would you say that Olamide as an artist, cracked under the pressure of the success of this album that you think that it didn't make him do this one very well?
No, I don't think he cracked under the success of the album. What he chased on UI Scuti is an extension of the sort of success he had on Carpe Diem. We've seen the success of what he had, even though I'm not going to go into details of how this whole thing came about, whether we should take the numbers for face value or take it for the effect of promotions.
Okay.
It's 2 different things. Do we take it on the effect of promotions or should we take it for face value that, oh yeah, it got to there naturally? It's 2 different things. So he's seen that this style can work. He's seen the results. You promote well, you see results, right? So why not give them something like that again, which is what he aimed to do on UI Scuti. I'm not going to say he failed because he didn't fail because 4 out of those 11 songs are still really good songs. One of them is the hit record that is on there.
Rock.
Yes. The other ones are just good songs. They are not songs that will be completely blow your mind. Imagine me the first time I was doing to Carpe Diem. From the first day, I could tell, oh, this is going to be one of the best songs. This is going to be one of the best songs. But here, you're yet to make up your mind, and there's even no song that's going to be better than Rock or perform better than Rock on that album to date.
So, in a nutshell, Carpe Diem better than UI Scuti for you?
Well, it's relative. I'll say I prefer Carpe Diem to UI Scuti.
To UI Scuti. Anyways, guys, let's have your thoughts on that one, Carpe Diem versus UI Scuti. The one dropped in 2020 versus the one dropped in 2021 by Bado himself. The YBNL head on show, Olamide Bado. Yes, let's have your thoughts. Put everything down below. which would you prefer, or which do you prefer? You know, after hearing Carpe Diem in 2020 till this year, and of course, you, Scuti, which of these albums is your top pick? Put everything. I'll see you on
maybe your comment is what we'll discuss on the next one.
Exactly. Peace.